My father was born in Berlin. His father was Jewish, his mother a Protestant. He grew up a proud German boy. My mom was born in Paris to Russian immigrants who ran away from the Bolsheviks in 1917. She grew up a proud little French girl. She didn't know she was Jewish till they made her wear a yellow star on her coat and told her she couldn't go to school anymore. She was 9 years old. My father arrived in Israel in 1939 because his Protestant mother told his father, "If you're not coming with me to Palestine now, I'll go by myself. The boy is half a Jew." They all arrived in Palestine and she converted to Judaism. Not because she wanted to become a Jew, but because she wanted to give her son a sense of belonging. My father became a proud Israeli boy.
Louder.
My dad never believed in God, but he believed in Israel. He participated in Israel Independence War at 17 and lost his right eye. Among one of the many kibbutzim that were built in the 50s, one was built by him and his friend, kibbutz Nachshonim. My mom was 10 when one day her father went to work and never came back. He was taken to Auschwitz. She and my grandmother survived the war in the south of France and arrived in Israel in 1948, not because they were Jewish or Zionist, but because it was the only safe place for them to go. My mom was 15. My mom never believed in God either. She always said that God, any God, would never let something so awful happen to so many people, especially not to little kids. My mom became an Israeli by default, like so many others. Today, she's a proud Israeli. I was born in Jerusalem in 1963. My mom was a nurse, my father a social worker, and later a psychologist. I am one of 4 girls. My parents decided that they would create the family they always wanted. They hoped to raise us with no wars, at least no wars that would separate us. We were raised as Israelis, like so many other in our neighborhood in Jerusalem, proud Zionists who do not believe in religion, who do not believe in God. We celebrated Shabbat with many guests because we loved family dinners. We celebrated the Jewish holidays because they are the national holidays and we love tradition. We read the Bible because it's one of the most adventurous books out there. And we served our people and country in the Israeli army. When I asked my mom about God at the age of 9, she said, "Some people explain God with this simple concept. Learn to choose between right and wrong. Learn to identify good from bad. And when you do," she added, "follow the right, follow the good. And if you do, you won't need God." I was told a few times in my life by Orthodox Jews that I am not a Jew. I saw hate in their eyes when they said, "You're worse than a Goya." My father died in his office one morning, young at 62. Chevra Kadisha, the Israeli burial organization who collects body till burial, collected his body and moved it to the mortuary. When they contacted my mother, they found out that my father, in his will, donated his body to science. His body was left unattended, uncovered, disrespected, in a hallway of an old building for over 24 hours, till my sisters and I moved the body to the lab of Hadassah Hospital. We were told we were not Jews, not because my father was not converted, but because he donated his body to science. After his death, my mom and his 4 daughters signed a similar will, organ and body donation to science. My mom said, "Follow the right, follow the good." A few years ago, when I moved to Miami, I was told that I'm not a Jew by an angry 18-year-old Reform girl. I was told that if I don't believe in God, I'm not considered a Jew. While she might be a God believer, she does not follow the right. She does not follow the good. So, am I a Jew?